Hello everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're pretty far into the 5th case. Well, I say far, but we're just now beginning the first day of court. So I guess we've barely just begun after all, huh? Anywho, as I said last time, we barely know what we're doing here. We have no possible leads in how we can prove our client innocent, or not guilty at minimum. But we do have a whole bunch of evidence already. So I think our game plan here is to just wait and see and hope and pray that an answer presents itself. Not prevents itself, hell no. Presents itself, okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. What's that supposed to mean? Edgeworth. Oh. Maybe he's talking about going up against Phoenix yet again. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. You know what? I can really respect that. I agree. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. Didn't you meet him? I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. Ooh, no beating around the bush. Death penalty for murder. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Angel Starr to the stand. I still have the sneaking suspicion that Angel and her security boyfriend, or maybe even Mr. Marshall, that boyfriend too. She has multiple boyfriends apparently. I still think Angel Starr is conspiring to make something up. She's not telling the whole truth, or the truth in general. The Cough-Up Queen. I kinda don't want to learn the story behind that nickname. Haven't I seen you somewhere? Oh. You ordered the caviar lunch, right? I just ate some breakfast and I'm hungry again. I've never had caviar. I bet it's tasty. Yeah, oh, the judge hasn't eaten caviar ever before either. The judge is really wolfing it down. No, man, savor it, it's caviar. Ah, and for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Is it called Fiesta Bowl because it'll make me poop? It's like laxatives in there. Or vomit-inducing stuff. Hence the name Cough-Up Queen. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir. The fingerprint lunchbox. That's just some rice with some tiny little seeds on it. It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? Wow, she does not want to talk about anything. So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca? Oh! Yeah, you know what? I can see where he's coming from there. Ah. But what does it taste like? Yeah, what the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide us a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Yeah. Oh, 2 years back she was a special investigator with the police. Oh god. Okay, from now on I'm just going to assume that literally everyone was connected to Miles's first case. 2 years back under Lana Skye and with Mr. Goodman. Ugh. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Aha! I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr. Just who is this lady? Yeah, I want to know. If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I can't help but notice that B block does not have an elevator or any stairs. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Well, pay attention, Judge. Why, it was me, Your Honor. Okay. So this is a map that we can pan around in. Oh god. That adds a whole lot. Right now I freaking fail to see how the B lot could ever be relevant. Weird. Okay. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Oh, you're the one who apprehended her, did you? That's... okay. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright... I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? Oof. If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. No! Wait, are they talking about me? Ah, boy, okay. Let's see if anything jumps out immediately on the first go-around. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. So she was standing in B lot. How did Angel get over there to make the arrest? Huh. Well, I guess Angel would count as a guest there at the office, so she would want to go enter by the B lot. But still, how did she get over to make the arrest? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Her right hand, huh? No prints. I can't tell if that's a glove? It's black and white. I can't tell if she's wearing a glove. But, hold up. The knife looks a bit different. Yeah, look at the handle of it. Wait. The handle? Look at the shape of the handle here. It's sort of like a fat letter I. Like a bulging out letter I. But there, that art kinda... No, I was about to say it looks like it's like a four-leaf clover looking handle, hilt, guard thing, but no, that's totally the same hilt. That's the same knife, definitely. Okay, never mind. Yeah, it's the same knife. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna need to press this, I think. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? Why is this lady so adamant about crushing the defense? Does Star want Lana Skye in prison? Like, for a reason other than bringing justice to a supposed murderer. I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay. I think I do need to press everything here. Need to get every advantage I can get. Why would you think a day like this would come? It's so outlandish. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. Maybe Miss Starr is holding on to some sort of vendetta from 2 years ago. Like, she quit being a detective 2 years ago, which is around the time Lana and Miles worked together on a prosecution case. Maybe something about that hurt someone Angel knew. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Lunch lady. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. But Lana hadn't met Goodman in 2 years. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? Well spotted, Emma. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Oh, well, there you go. There's her motive. She was fired. Ah. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Yeah, yikes. Wow, okay. I just realized her necklace is one of those... It's like one of those hot dogs that are cut into little squid shape. That's kind of adorable. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. Okay. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard, yeah. You have several? Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Okay, so she has 3. Intriguing. Care to join? Oh. The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. Well, hey, I won't judge. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. Okay. So why bother entering B block? Just park on the street outside A block and walk in there. It's up on the 2nd level, so you can see everything from there. That'd be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed a crime. Yeah, the game is totally pointing out the discrepancy of where she parked and where she wanted to go. It's so inconvenient. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. You sensed something. So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. What? I have no idea what that means. Yeah, thanks, Judge. Speaking of detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. What? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Ah. Then I must be hard-yellowed and sharp as a tack. Yeah, with an odor of an old cheese to match. Emma, do you want to get thrown out? In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. By garish car, you mean... Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Oh, you know, if Lana was intending to stab the victim in there and put him in the trunk and drive off with the body, wouldn't she have had Edgeworth's car keys? I haven't seen that brought up yet. Indeed, it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If he's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can, even if we don't have any proof. We can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me? I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Yikes. That was inspiring. Sir, she just threatened my life. Sir. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? Oh, shit! Oh, and look, Lana is in fact wearing gloves, which explains why there's no fingerprints on the knife. Guys, how do I prove that she's innocent? Okay, one thing though, Lana, no, not Lana, but Angel said that she saw it happen 30 feet away? Is there even room for that in the B lot, to stand 30 feet away from the car? Oh, sweet Jesus. The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. No! Okay, if Lana stabbed him in the gut, why would there be so much blood on her right shoulder? In fact, if she stabbed with her right hand, wouldn't the coat be flying off her shoulders? Like, the motion and scuffle of it would just knock it off her shoulders. It wouldn't rest so easy. You know what? I got nothing. I got nothing. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Yeah, the stab wound was reported to be 4.5 inches, right? Let's see. Where's the autopsy report? Yeah, wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. Well, that's shorter. That's longer than what she's saying. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Yeah. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg, I mean a person. Huh? Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor? So the defendant was holding a knife, what then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Wait, his chest? No, it was his stomach. Hold up. Wait, oh. Loss of blood from chest wound. Where the hell did I get stomach from? Ah, damn it. Okay, press this. This is my last hope. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? Well, Phoenix, pay attention. She was on the other side of the chain fence. The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it... You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Yeah. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? Oh god, that wasn't even something that progresses by just pressing everything. I need to find a contradiction. Shit. Okay. I need to find one of these green sentences and prove that it's not the truth. I can't dispute that, there's no way. I can't dispute what she was feeling. Is there a way I can prove that she couldn't have seen her? Maybe, let's see. And of course, Edgeworth arrived at the office a few minutes before the murder, so his car would have been there. Or... Huh... Okay, let's take a look here. So that's Edgeworth's car and the high detail on the top. And there's no telling where Angel Star parked her car. Like, there's so much proof that she could have... Okay, maybe I'm supposed to reason that... Maybe I'm supposed to reason that she parked in one of those 3 empty spaces, and all those spaces would have meant that she couldn't have seen what was happening. Because Lana and Bruce would have been standing right behind the trunk of the car on the far left. And if she parked in any of those spaces, the view would have been blocked by the pop trunk or the other cars that were parked. That feels like such a reach, though. I might have to rely on that, maybe. Holding a knife in her right hand. Can I dispute that at all? Traces of victim's blood, no prints. Well, blood is certainly covering her right side, and her right hand, well... I wish I could bring up that Lana had a cut on one of her hands. I forget which, though. It was her right hand. It was her right hand that got the cut. Can I press this again? I just want to check. Tell me more about this. No, that's just a knife, not the... Okay. Guys, this is tough. This is really tough. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Did she say when she arrived? No, she never said when she arrived. Okay, you know what? I think my only option here... I'm gonna press this once more just to read it and see if I can glean anything else. There's his car. The knife is his, wasn't it? How will you know is Goodman? How do you know it was Goodman, though? No. No, nothing new. Nothing new. Okay, well... You know what? Maybe the key to this is actually to present the crime photo. It says the moment of the crime, but I can't figure out what to do here. You know, I'm just gonna go with my gut intuition. Through the wire fence, you saw the chief prosecutor stand next to a garish car. Miss, I don't believe you could have. This evidence... no. Oh my god, I am stumped. What do I do? I pressed everything. I've read everything. I'm stumped. I have to do something. There's something I can contradict here, but... Holding a knife in her right hand. Let me take a good long look at everything. Maybe I can point out that the car shouldn't have been there? No, it should have been. The time can match up to the car being there. Okay, maybe I can point out that, hey, she was Angel is saying that she's holding it in her right hand, but there's also no print, so... no! I'm losing all my HP on the first cross-examination! Ah! Okay, maybe I can point out that she couldn't have seen where the knife went? Maybe? Oh my god, what just happened? I have no idea what I just pointed out. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife? As I've already said, yes. I served on my finest salmon swirl lunch. Tasty. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But, isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Didn't Angel say that she snapped the photo after she saw the crime being committed? Ahem. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your evil, ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Oh, the banter. The banter is real. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after. Yeah, that's what I assumed. Damn it. I guess I overthought things, didn't I? How can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? How can you prove they're dark crimson? This is a black and white photo. But it's a black and white photograph. Yeah, that. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? I have to object. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Maybe I should have paid more attention. It seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection! Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Oh, yeah, she's wearing gloves, yeah. Those are gloves. surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Huh. Warg! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Let's press that. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned, and it was a premeditated crime. I bet everything was planned, wasn't it? Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, this trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound. We can make it, okay. Okay, so let's go to that final sentence there. How can I disprove that the murder was planned? Right, so the story was that Lana made a call to Goodman to summon him there. But since then, that call was overwritten by an attempted call towards Emma Skye, and therefore I can prove that there's no proof. Was there anything that would show what Goodman was up to on his ID card? Wait, in the first place, why would Goodman even be in Lot A? If he was called there, wouldn't he have entered Lot B? Yeah, he was a guest there at the prosecutor's office. Why would he enter Lot A? But that discrepancy won't solve this problem. Okay, let's go for the cell phone. God damn it. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Something with a statue, or there's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Oh my god, this is so difficult. I feel like I have to... Nothing will be obvious. I have to make a leap of logic. But I don't see any connections. Wait, no. It couldn't have been planned because Miles's car showing up 3 minutes earlier couldn't have been predicted. I'm gonna be mad if this isn't it. I am very mad. Am I going to get a game over? I think I'm going to get a game over. Okay, Hail Mary. What the hell is this note? Okay, no, let's stick with logic. Maybe I can point out that it's absurd that Goodman would have arrived by the A-lot? That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. This court finds the defendant Miss Lana Skye guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Okay, we're back. That didn't take too long, actually. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. I know I need to present something that counters this. Maybe it can point out that there was an event going on. No, the event was scheduled. That could be premeditated too. That could be part of the premeditated plot. Okay, I know I can't use a parking stub. Anything in here that is suspicious? No. No. Maybe my Hail Mary had something. What is this memo? What is this memo even? Maybe there's some detail in the photo that proves it wasn't premeditated? I still got nothing. Okay, Hail Mary. God damn it. I might have to freaking try everything just to see what happens. Okay. No. I can't believe I'm resorting to this. I feel so much shame. But I am truly stumped. The game has beaten me. Like, it literally beat me. God. Oh.
Objection!
Whoops, wrong button.
Objection!
What? 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 How? How? That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. The defense has a request. Also, who the hell brings their child to a courtroom? We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. That's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Isn't that exactly what she did? She grabbed Edgeworth's knife out of the car. Oh, what? The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Oh. Yeah, Lana wouldn't really know about it, would she? Or, no, she's like best buddies with Edgeworth, isn't she? Or at least 2 years, This is stupid. Okay. Hold up. Ladies and gentlemen, something here is stupid. It might be me, but I'm pretty sure it isn't me. Org. Order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. How long was he waiting to spring that one on us? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not of such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah! The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else. He's got a point. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Okay. I'm on the ropes again, mind you. I only have 1 HP left. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Okay, how in the hell would you know that she called him there? Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again? Okay. I think we're good here. I know the plot hole here. No, it was a single stab. Also, she keeps calling Lana a machine, which makes me think of how I thought the Blue Badger machine was making a stabbing motion with its dance, but that would be really stupid. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Okay, I know exactly what to do here, but for the sake of completionism, let's press everything. You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what you just said was a mere prelude to the story she was about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Rookie, never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. How do you know that? You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Solana Sky's phone. Oh, well thanks Edgeworth for saying that. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. Yeah, the letter would be evidence that could be found later. Okay. Witness, why do you think it was the suspect was summoned who... sorry, why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? No. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. Well, I understand it. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Objection! Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Note to self, Mr. Edgeworth's sighs smell of citrus fruit. Interesting. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces, but we don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? Okay. Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Okay, you should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Yeah. I know what to do here, for once. Plunge the knife in again and again? No, that is incorrect. one knife wound. Oh, thank God. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. Is that literally just moss? I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. Wow, that was good. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. Now, why is he getting the credit? What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? That's macabre. Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood on her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Oh no. What's a muffler? Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. Hold up. No? No. No. So she can easily be hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, that's that thing. Yeah. Okay. But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. Really? Okay, maybe that's like a sly reference to someone misinterpreting the old Game Boy Advance sprites. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Her abilities as a detective really set her off. Oh, I've seen this before. Okay. She wasn't wearing her red muffler. Yeah, no, she's not wearing it. Oh, thank God. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. God damn it, Edward, stop stealing my thunder! And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Wow. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection, chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Okay. Let's bring it on. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. How could you do that? When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Yeah, that is just rife with bullshit. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? Yeah, almost like it's a key piece of evidence that would seal Lana's fate. I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. Just say you strike and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Yeah! Well. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. Every human is. Actually, hold up. Some scientist you are. Poison is... Poison is when you touch something and get poisoned, like skin contact, but if something bites you and produces a venom through that method, then it's venomous, not poisonous. Okay, anyway. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Ah, that's a thing that happened. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna have to save this for later. This court session is going on long, so I need to quit it right now before anything escalates. I feel like this is really the final thing, but... who cares? What the hell? I'll just finish this up. We're done anyway, I think. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. Because, like, yeah, I make the rules. I can determine how long videos are. I don't care about the length. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. Wait! Hold up! No, go back there! No, that wall was 6 feet? How small was all those other things? Wow. My head would hit the ceiling in that place. What the hell? Anyway, she was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. You say, quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. What about the partition? Yeah, press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. What? It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. I was thinking, like, picturing in my head that it went up to the ceiling, but... Oh, yeah. There is a gap on the top. About 9 feet high, huh? Interesting. How did Miss Sky not get away? When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? What you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? The phone call! Emma, what did Lana say to you in that phone call? The chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Didn't we pick up the cell phone over near the car? Anywho. My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Oh, that would explain why she hit dash behind the partition. Apparently it was out of order. It was when we investigated it at the crime scene. And so she used her cell phone. It was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Whatever happened to good testifying? You should add this to your testimony. Oh! The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. Okay, let's press this new thing. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha, I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. How could you see that happen? So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket, and during that time you climbed over the chain link fence. How could she see? What happened there? Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? Oh, Phoenix has an idea. What is it, Mr. Wright? The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. What? She even kicked off an oil drum at me. Wait. The oil drum, wasn't that on the other side of the partition? So Lana tried to flee not towards the exit on the left, but towards the right. What? An oil drum. There's an oil drum lying on the side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? Yeah, thank you, Edgeworth. The parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent, more mysteries. Wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Sky tried to run. You have to believe me. Okay, here we go. I saw it all. Sorry. I keep getting stuff caught in my throat. I saw it all. How she tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell instead? No. No, you could not have seen that. You were busy climbing the partition. Okay. Oh, thank God. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unarmed by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. There you go. Well, Miss Starr? This is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed a crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Order, what's the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. I can't afford to get this wrong. Yeah, no shit. The witness lied about... Okay, how can I prove any of these? It's do or die. I think I want to pick where she saw it. I think it's where she saw it. Okay? Miss Sky tried to use emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean... Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. She was here to deliver lunch to the security guard. That has to be it. 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 This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. Huh. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Starr. Order, order. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Yeah, she's covering something up. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the... If Starr was in the booth on the second floor, who in the sweet, ever-loving hell took this photograph? What? That truth still stands. It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. Tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What could that change? Angle of view to the crime. Yeah, the partition would have blocked some of it, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? It has to be that, I think. Wait. Distance to the crime, that's also really valid. She couldn't have run there to apprehend Lana. Okay, difference in lighting, that's right out. Honestly, I think either of these two make a lot of sense. Okay, guys, I'm gonna drop the save here. Okay, save dropped. I don't care if you think less of me. I'm doing this for my sake, man. I don't want to replay all this again. God damn it. Let's go for distance to the crime. She couldn't have gotten there to apprehend her. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans reveals it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard's station is 30 feet. Note, the security room is on the 2nd floor. It would change what she could see.
Objection!
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. I think I made the right choice. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness, you... Yes? You ordered the squid reels, right? Ooh, calamari. Could go for some calamari. The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. Hey, shut up. Calamari is incredible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. Oh, hello. Okay. The door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5? Jesus Christ, that is a long-ass time to go down that hallway. What? 5 minutes? Even the judge's shocked. This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. That oil canister is distinctly not knocked over. If you couldn't get in there at all, how did you make the arrest? Oh, that's when you climbed the fence, right? I see. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. A spork is a wonderful invention, that it is. Another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. How many lunches does that lady have? You have to do something. Is there any evidence to stop this? I think I do.
Objection!
5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make a pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Huh. Well then, it seems to have come to the end of this testimony. Oh, thank God. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Oh my God. This is a long case. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. No shit! I'm afraid that the cuff-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Ah! God damn it! That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. What? I have decisive evidence. What more evidence she hid? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker! This guy. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. How would you even know this? This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. Whoa! In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. Whoa! What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Oh, thank you, Edgeworth. It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. No, is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Does that shoe even look like what Lana was wearing? Those shoes are black. They are not white. It's the same type, to be sure, but the color's wrong. Okay, guys, I need to quit right now. This has gone on for a outlandishly long time, a freakishly long time. I kept pressing on and on, thinking this court case would last as long as most of the others, but my god, this was long. So there's not much to say, but other than we'll wrap this up next time, so I've been Zephyr the Jester. This has been Ace Attorney. I thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. I am very frazzled right now. Ah!